This is the Unbreakable Golfers podcast, where we're shining a light on your pain and weakness and how it is affecting your positions, your power and your performance on the golf course. Slicing lessons from a Commando. Many years ago, there was a guy called Perry Nicholson, and he come over from the United States to do a seminar. And at this seminar, there was it was full of medical people and fitness people, and he wanted to show this idea of how your brain and your thought process can make you weak. So he took two guys. One of the guys there was a former Royal Marines Commando, and another guy there was a powerlifter. So there's no coincidence that he took the baddest mother in the room and the strongest mother in the room. Now, what you've got to do, I'll refer to these as Commando and Power, just for reference. So, first of all, you've got Commando, stand up the front, put his arms out to the side like he's like an aeroplane, and he done some muscle testing in his arms. So he tried to push his arms down and see if he went weak, and he was strong. So then he asked Power to stand up and get right in his face, like literally so close that if they both puckered their lips, they would probably kiss. He was right in his face, and they said, right, let's test it again. So Commando put out his arms, Perry pushed down his arms, and he was instantly weak. Now, this did not make Commando happy. So he's like, and he goes, we'll do it again, we'll do it again, you know what you're doing. But what he's done is, this time he got him to stand in front of him, and he pushed around his body and see what pain points he had. And he said, right, you know what he's going to do, you know what's coming on, let's do it again. So Power then gets straight in Commando's face, inch apart, eye to eye, put his arms out by the side, muscle test him again. Bit more strength, but then goes weak. Again, he's not happy. Commando is not happy at all. He's like, can't believe it. He's, walking around the room. He's like, well, okay. So anyway, I'm not going to go through what he did, but Perry knew what his pain points were. He fixed his pain points. When he got up there, and he said, before he done it again, he said, look, this situation, if Commando was in this situation in any other walk of life, it basically means one of them is dead. Yeah, one it's curtains for one of them. And in that situation, he can't do whatever he would normally do, so he's not normally in that situation. So being in that uncomfortable situation and having certain pain points in the body, the brain, the body linked together, he was weak. So done a treatment on these pain points, stood in front of it again, and then he was strong, and then everyone was happy. Now, like I said, no coincidence that he chose these two guys. I imagine if it was me standing in front of Commando, he probably wouldn't have got weak at all. But, so what has this got to do with golf? Think of it like this. Imagine you are standing on a particular hole and you're worried that, you're going to slice it to the right. That worry and that fear can show up in weakness in your body, because your mind, like this story proves, your mind can actually make you weak. So, let's say, for instance, you don't necessarily slice it out of bounds, but you are weaker and it makes the shot more difficult than it needs to be. So you feel like you can't get better, or you struggle because it's your game, when it could be something similar to this, as in it's fear or pain points, or, you've got no idea what it can be. So if you're in physical pain, if you feel weak, or you've got self-doubt and you feel like that you're not getting any better, maybe it's because you're not focusing on getting better, you're focusing on feeling better. If you was to focus on getting better, then you'd end up be pain-free. You'd have more power, you'd have more confidence, because you'd be doing the work required to get there. The worst thing in golf, in fitness, in treatment, is a fear of getting worse. If you just focus on getting better, you'll have better results. One way you can do it is you assess yourself, find what's wrong, find out where your pain points are, find out where you're weak and where it affects your game, find out what power you have, find out what mobility you have, and find out what stability you have. And out of all that, get in a position that you can fix any pain that you got, you can get in better positions, and you could generate more power and ultimately increase your performance. So, couple of questions as always. Where in your game currently like now, is there some sort of pain holding you back? Is it in your body, your mind, or your golf? Follow-up question. What can you do today to find and fix that pain so that you're comfortable under pressure. If you want to know more, go to unbreakablegolfers.com and fill out a form. Good luck. For more information on golf performance, by increasing your power, by getting in better positions, by working on your body and mind, go to unbreakablegolfers.com and sign up to the free asset.